So you want to build lower body strength, but you also don't really know what you should be doing. In this video, I will be sharing with you guys a few different exercises that can really help you strengthen your lower body, but also be able to do it from wherever. I know how hard it can be to find gyms, especially when you are traveling, and it can be hard to focus on your fitness goals. And so I want to give you guys quick exercises that can help you achieve those goals without feeling like you have to go find a gym or you have to go out of your way. These things can be done even at a home, even in a hotel, even with a few dumbbells, they can be done. So I'll explain to you why these are useful for you and how they really can help you lose fat, build muscle, and have the strength you've been desiring. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy, for those of you who do not know me. The first exercise that can be so helpful for your lower body are hip thrusts. I love doing this exercise. It helps strengthen your glutes and helps you become more powerful. This is a great one if you're an athlete because it can help strengthen athletic performance, but it's also a good one if you're somebody who's new to fitness and just wants to have stronger glutes, hamstrings, and overall just increase your muscle. So what are some of the benefits of doing this exercise? It helps strengthen your posterior chain. It helps better your posture. So this is a great one to help you with your posture and stability for those bigger lifts, i.e. deadlifts, squats, trap bar, all those things. And it helps you engage your hamstring, which is a big muscle for a lot of things we do. I'm actually doing it with the Smith machine just because this is what I have access to in my gym at the moment. This can be done with a bench and a barbell wherever you are. It also can be done with dumbbells, okay? And if you have access to literally nothing, you can do a glute bridge on the ground, and this will also be really, really good for your glutes as well. So what I want you to do for the hip thrust, if you have a bench or box, you can use either. I wanna make sure your shoulder blades are on the bench or the box properly. So you want to make sure you are in a comfortable position. I want all of your weight on your heels so that you can really push up with that hip and really go through that full range of motion. I want your knees out, so I don't want your knees to be buckling in, and I also want your chin up so that when you're moving, you are in a position where your whole body is kind of moving with you. Also, I want you to pause at the top. Like I said earlier, this really helps engage the hamstrings. So you're gonna go down moderately slow, and you're gonna hold at the top for about 1 to 2 seconds. For this exercise, I want you to do 4 by 10 reps. And after the 10th rep, if you can hold for 10 seconds, this will be so helpful and useful to build that strength. Now, you might start to feel a little crampy in the hamstrings. I definitely did. So if you only hold for like 2 or 3 seconds, that's perfectly fine. But try to see if you can hold. You will feel a burn, and you will see a lot of gain if you try it out this way. In addition to the hip thrusts, I want us to superset that with lunge pulses. Why do we superset? Superset essentially just means you're going to do another exercise in addition to that first one back to back, because you might be targeting opposite muscles, or you're just trying to build endurance through doing these exercises. So typically when I superset, I am working a completely different muscle. So in this case, we're working the quads. And so lunge pulses are gonna be really, really good to target your quads. It helps with endurance as well because you're engaging your muscles for so long in that position. And so what I want you to do with these lunge pulses, I want you to start off with body weight, at least for the first rep, to make sure you feel okay with it. About 20 pulses on each side, and it's gonna feel a little bit of a burn. I want you to add dumbbells if you have them each time. So let's say you start with 5 pounds and then 10 pounds and then 20 pounds and see how that feels. Or if you're adventurous like me, you could do 25 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever you think feels good. Just start to pulse it out and you will feel the burn in this. Also a very good low impact exercise for you to start doing as well. Like I said, you're gonna do 4 by 10 reps of the hip thrust plus that 10-second hold. And then you're going to superset that with 4 by 20 lunge pulses. It's gonna create a little bit of tension and stress in your legs. That stress is gonna be what leads you to seeing progress long term. Take about 2 to 3 minutes, make sure your body's ready to go, and then go again. The next lower body exercise we are focusing on are squats. So I'm actually using a Smith machine, so I'm doing Smith machine squats, but if you only have access to a barbell, we can do barbell back squats, or if you only have dumbbells, we can do dumbbell squats. If you have nothing, we're gonna do bodyweight squats. But the goal here is to do squats with an elevated heel. Elevating the heel really helps you, especially if you have limited ankle mobility. It helps you get through the full range of motion a little bit easier. I know for me as an athlete, I have had not the best ankle mobility because of my knees, and I struggled with squats. And so my position wasn't always the best, but elevating that heel will help you get through that motion. And for this exercise, we are going to do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. So I want the weight to be a little bit more moderate and not too heavy. If you're somebody who can't squat all the way to the ground, that's perfectly fine. I just want you to go to a position that's gonna make you feel good. So I want you to make sure your knees are out and really focus on driving through those heels and taking your time, okay? Try not to rush through this because that's where injury happens. So make sure you're really feeling that load in your legs and pushing through. If you want, you can increase your reps, but do what you gotta do to feel that weight and you will feel really good with that. Like I said earlier, you can also do this with dumbbells. Holding the weights on your shoulders will be a good way to get you feeling like it's similar to a back squat if you don't have access to a barbell or a Smith machine. And like I said earlier, if you have literally nothing and you still wanna get some movement in, just do body weight. Or if you have jugs of water, a heavy ball, if you have anything that's heavy in your house, you can do this as well. But I just want you to know you can still do this without having to travel into a gym or without having to stress yourself out. You can still get these movements in a basement, in a hotel, wherever you are. With the squats, I want us to superset them with step-ups. So step-ups are a great one for stability. They are a unilateral exercise, which helps you just to work on imbalances in your legs. So if you have like one side that's stronger than the other, you'll notice that very quickly in this one. But what I want you to do is I want you to get some sort of bench and putting one foot on it. And I want you to have the dumbbell in the opposite arm. And what you're gonna do is you're going to bring that foot back and you're going to step up. And so you're going to step up and get the full motion in your legs, and that's gonna really target your quads as well, and you're gonna really feel this one. So keep the weight light on this one because it can be hard to not be imbalanced. So you want your stability to be really good here. So definitely keep the weight lighter and really focus on engaging everything, your core, your quads. You want your arms to be stable as you go down. I want you to feel really, really good because if you start moving too much, the exercise doesn't actually work for your benefit. I want your back straight and I want it nice and slowly controlled as you go down and you come up. And this is gonna also target the glutes. This is the way we're gonna get those nice, strong butts. This is what you gotta do to do that. So I want you to superset that with the squats, and you're gonna do 4 sets of 5 reps on each side, okay? Because we get fatigued with this one, so I just want 5 reps on each leg. So lastly, I want us to end with some core. Doing core is something I will do pretty much after every lift I do. So whether it's an upper body day, a lower body day, I like to incorporate core because it is the core of everything we do. If your goal is to become very strong, your core is essential to getting you to work on anything else you're moving, okay? If you have a weak core, all of these exercises are gonna be a lot more difficult for your movements. So I'm gonna show a few exercises on the screen, 3 by 10 of each of these exercises. If you wanna increase that to 4 by 10, that's perfectly fine, but do core more often. Now, I want you to remember that core is not the reason you're going to have those 6-pack abs, really more so nutrition. This is where you get stronger. This is what helps you with everything else you do. I typically like to end with some cardio as well. So if you have access to a bike, a treadmill, something, get some cardio in. It's really helpful. If you can go outside, just go for a walk or run, that's great. But if you can incorporate cardio before or after this lift, that's gonna be really good because one, it's helping your heart, but it's also helping you with your caloric deficit if you're in one. Pairing your cardio with your weightlifting is really gonna help you see that muscle grow because you are going to shed the fat that you're trying to lose. So I like to do incline walks, so I might do about 20 minutes on like 12 incline at like 3 miles per hour. And that's something I like to do if I'm not running. Also, it just helps you kind of cool off if you do at the end. I hope these exercises helped give you some ideas of lower body exercises that you can do to get stronger and build muscle this year. If you guys found this helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment on another video you want to see. Do you want to see upper body? Do you want to see something else? Let me know if you want to do more of like a follow along workout. I can do those as well. Also, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one this upcoming year, I have a program that I'm starting for anybody who wants to build strength through a faith-based approach. I will leave the application in my description and you can go ahead there, but it starts in January. I'm really excited to start working with you guys if you're interested. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.